Hi, everyone. Welcome to Biconomy Talks with Herculis Group, where we will explore the intersection of traditional wealth preservation and cutting edge blockchain. The project blends Swiss precision with decentralized technology. XAUH isn't just another token, it represents direct ownership of Swiss physical gold that's refined, audited, stored, insured, and managed in Switzerland. Each token equals to 1 gram of fine gold, giving investors access to fractional gold ownership with all the benefits of digital assets. To give sense of scale, Hercules Group operates through 6 specialized entities, including Hercules Partners, fiduciaries, guardians, advisors, trading SPC, and tokens SA, serving high net worth individuals, foundations, and institutions across Europe. The group emphasizes ethics, transparency, and performance, and its Go token builds on that philosophy. Let's learn more about Hercules Group, the journey of its founders into Web3, why they decided to build their own real-world asset token, and how they see tokenized gold fitting into the broader market cycle. Our guests are Nikolai Karpenko, co-founder and managing partner, Fabrice Lachat, administrative director and CFO, Vladimir Kiselinsky, co-founder and CTO, Vladimir Sushkov, manager of technical development and support. To set the stage, could you tell us how Hercules Group came into being? The group was founded in 2009 by Swiss partners with the mission of delivering added value to wealth owners through a responsible, forward-looking approach. What was the original idea and how did it evolve into 6 specialized entities?
Okay, thank you, Brenner, for the floor. Maybe a little bit give introduction about myself. I started my career in Russia in 1996, and all my career was involved in private banking business. In 2010, I already reached the sort of glass ceiling in private banking business in Russia and decided to relocate to Switzerland to the center of the wealth management, global wealth management. And in partnership with my Swiss partner, Jean-Paul Piria, we created the first company, Hercules Partners, in Switzerland in 2009. And then for the last 16 years, we made a big journey from single company to the group of companies, which consist now of 6 different names. And it was journey really covering the different services which we're proposing to our customers or different products we developed to our customers. And for the moment, we have 5 different offices in Switzerland and 1 office in Liechtenstein, and also covering the asset management activity in Switzerland and Liechtenstein, 1 fiduciary company which covers the activity with the administration and accounting of the client structures, 1 separate company for gold trading, 1 company which manages the vault, storage vaults where we keep the gold and paintings, and then 1 company, the last 1 company which was recently created in last year for pure tokenization purposes as a service. And the first project which we launched with the tokenization company was the project of our crypto gold coin, Hercules gold coin, which is named XAUH.
Thank you, Nikolai. XAUH. I'm going to keep that in mind. Let me shift to Fabrice. Fabrice, you spent more than 2 decades in IT and finance. How did your background prepare you for managing the operational and risk aspects of a gold-backed token? What unique challenges have you encountered in marrying gold custody and blockchain?
So, thanks for your question. My background in IT helps to be sure that our gold is properly managed in our IT systems developed by both Vladimirs. The challenge lies in bridging the gap between the digital world and the physical world. The gold must be stored securely, insured, and subject to regular audits by an external company. The most important part is to be sure the gold and the blockchain always match. This requires careful work, including the use, for example, of multi-signature devices to secure blockchain transactions.
Perfect. We're going to get into that a little further because I want to hear more details about how tokenized gold came to be. But I want to hear from each one of you. So, Mr. Kislinsky, you were instrumental in launching Gemton, a layer 2 protocol that bridges to the Polkadot and Ton ecosystems. How did your journey into Web3 lead you to this project, and what technical experience did you draw upon?
Hi, my name is Vladimir, and we're going to be show today at the workshop how it looks like, how it works, how we come to this, and basically the whole idea of the Gemton and bring the Hercules in every pocket, the digital gold in every pocket, was born through the accident that we just meet, and the whole idea that the Telegram Open Network and Telegram itself, it's very early stage blockchain, and it's not possible from technical perspective to execute, let's say, Solidity or adult Web3 technology in Telegram today. The infrastructure for DeFi is not there, and we bring this infrastructure layer to the Telegram open network to all 1 billion plus users with the Gemton solution. And with the Hercules Gold, you can see how it works and use it and become the real innovative gold, because we create the first fee token in Ton blockchain with the talk language, and it's really first in the world, and it's become the biggest gold in Telegram open network. And then we go to another blockchains, include Polkadot, Ethereum, to grow this.
Very curious to learn more about this growth journey. Vladimir Sushkov, as manager of technical development and support, what role do you play in ensuring the reliability of ZAL-H and Gemton? I believe there's more to that, but how was your journey into Web3 that brought you here to what you're doing today?
Hi, everyone. I'm Vladimir Sushkov. I'm technical team leader at Hercules project. My journey starts from start of Ethereum blockchain, and I manage team right now, and I write a code, and I maintain infrastructure, clusters, servers, and all.
Probably a new adventure every single day. All right, guys. The Hercules Gold Coin white paper notes that ZAL-H is backed by Swiss LBMA 999.9 fine gold, stored and secured vaults and insured. What motivated you to enter the tokenized gold market, and was there a particular problem that you aimed to solve?
Very simple. As we are involved in the gold trading, it's part of our value proposition for wealthy clients or for institutional clients. We understood one day that the really poor clients are poor people in the world don't have access to gold market, because this is the privilege for wealthy people or the people with deep pockets. But if ordinary person with $10 in the pocket, he would love to buy the piece of gold, it's really unaffordable exercise for him. It's really unaffordable, because if you look on the example, 1 gram of the gold costs today $155. If you buy this 1 gram of the gold, one small ingot, on the street retail shop, you will pay on top of that minimum 15% margin from the spot price. So that's why the person from the poor classes of the global east or global west, they don't have the capabilities. They cannot afford, because it's very expensive for them. Yeah. And then it was the idea, why not just let these people to invest in gold, save their money, first of all, from the erosion effect of the inflation in their local currencies, and then give them a solution to use this instrument, not only instrument for investments and saving the purchasing power of their money, but also instrument how they can earn additional profit on this gold, how they can borrow money against this gold, and later how they can spend this gold as a normal instrument of payment. For example, if the person purchases now the fraction of the gold coin, because our gold coin is only 1 gram, but the person can buy the fraction like 8/100 of 1 gram, and then he can transfer this gold to his members, family members, or the friends. And the beauty of the Ton in comparison with the Ethereum, because in the Ton you pay only several cents for transaction, but in the Ethereum, for example, we are talking about our main competitors, Tether Gold and Pax, they will pay $20 or $30 or $50 per transaction. So that's why our solution on the Ton is really fast and cheaper for the people with low income. And when the person purchases the gold coin, he can bring this gold coin back either to the staking pool on decentralized crypto exchange, Capital DEX, and participate with us in the profit sharing, because we earn money and then share with him the profit proportionally. Or he can bring these gold coins to the Biconomy and place this gold as a deposit and also receive the interest. And the first scenario when the person can participate in the profit sharing is really look very attractive for Muslimic countries, because it looks like Muslimic finance, because people participating with us in the profit sharing, we don't pay them interest, which is prohibited by Quran and Muslim, but they can participate with us in the profit. And next step, which we're going to develop with the EVA protocol, it's a lending protocol on Telegram. People can deposit the gold and receive against the gold the credit in USDT or in other cryptocurrency and use this money as they need. For example, gold is appreciating with the price, so they deposit one particular amount of the gold. They borrow money for example, for day-to-day spending, but the gold is really appreciation of the price of the gold is really covering the accrued interest. So why not? And the one more step for such people, we are going to propose further we are going some negotiations with the crypto debit card providers to use our coin as instrument of payment. So a person can have such debit card, crypto debit card, top up the wallet, which is linked to this crypto debit card with our coin, and then go to the shop and spend money just simply selling the existing gold which he has in his wallet. So that's why this is the full circle, life cycle of the coin. Invest money, earn money either via profit sharing or deposit. If you need money urgently, but you're not going to sell the gold, go take the credit. And later, you can spend the gold like normal currency for purchasing your day-to-day goods. So this is the way how we're going to present our idea, and this is a solution which we are bringing to the poor people on the global scale.
And there's a lot to that. I'm so happy we're going to unpack all of this today. I definitely feel a connection to the solutions you're bringing, especially because I had this conversation with people from different countries. And I know that depending on where you are in the world, first, having access to gold might be hard. Sometimes it's only through certain big agencies. Sometimes it's only through certain governments. Sometimes you need to have a minimum income level to be allowed to this type of investment. Like you said, and it's expensive. Certain places charge administrative fees or regular monthly fees, just storage or just paper fees that it's just a certificate. And there's no additional access to all this list of services or advantages that is to use gold as a store of value. And of course, especially, this is a strange concept for most of the people, of the fact that if I hold an asset and the price is down and somehow I am at a not so liquid time of my life that I need to access capital, I don't want to sell that asset at a lower price. But that's the ideal moment to actually use this asset as a collateral for a loan, because then you start already with the low net asset value that will accrue over time, and you're going to be at an advantageous position. Very, very interesting approach on this. And I want to hear more about the challenges. But there's one thing that I ask for everybody, because I feel this is Web3 in general lives most of its part in the digital world. It's very technical. There's a lot of, a complicated universe out there. But I feel like conferences and in-person events and in real life events, IRLs, they're also interesting. It's an opportunity for teams together. It's an opportunity for people that are in different places of the world to actually meet. And I think there's something special about it. So I wanted to hear a little bit on, were there any memorable events? And they don't need to be necessarily in person. They could have been something that happened recently that changed the course for you guys, brought a solution or some enlightenment somehow. Like, is there any cherishable memory of something that added to the journey of tokenizing gold that you can share to us?
Maybe I'll start from myself, because I was really start thinking about the gold tokenization in 2016 when there was sort of hype with ICO, when everyone was issuing the different coins and really collecting money from the market. And then suddenly I realized, look, why not tokenize the gold and make it really publicly available? And this is my first experience when I heard a little bit crypto world. And since that time, I really was involved and was so interested in to know how can we do tokenization until maybe November 2024, when I met with people from Gemton, and they showed me the way how I can do it. Because before that, I was really thinking what kind of tokenization instruments to take. But the main part of the project is not the tokenization. The main part of the project is the pure commercialization. Who will buy your product? And then how make it product popular? And when I met with the people from Gemton, they said, look, we have access to Ton. We have access to Telegram. By default, it's 1 billion users. And 1 year ago, it was the 50 million pre-installed wallets in Telegram. And this year, it's already 100 million pre-installed wallets in Telegram. So you see, the growth rate is 100% each year. So maybe next year it will be 150 million wallets and more and more. And they said, look, if you use the Telegram as an audience, if you start targeting Telegram audience, it's already audience which has been already collected by Mr. Durov. This audience already educated. this audience understands what does it mean the wallet in Telegram, what does it mean the Ton, like a blockchain, and also the blockchain is suffering as Ton as they suffering with the real products. The blockchain by default is very complex for programming, for coding blockchain, and it's why there are a limited number of the professionals who can do the qualified and very high quality product on the blockchain. And then I said, okay, when I met with people from Gemton, why not to use this opportunity? They know how to code. They have a solution which covers both blockchains, Polkadot and Ton. That's why it gives me access to both universes of fans who are linked to these blockchains. And then there are connections. I mean, we are connections of Gemton people. I can really make the marketing. I can really promoting of my product among the Telegram audience. And this is really what I need. I don't need just my name very publicly globally, but if my name will be recognizable among the Telegram, it will be enough. Because 1 billion audience is what I need. And also, it's also, if you look on the Telegram subscribers, the majority of them, if you look on the statistic, the majority of these people go from India, Indonesia, Brazil, Egypt, Vietnam, Turkey, Philippines, Nigeria, Kazakhstan, Saudi, Colombia, so Malaysia. So the people, the majority of the Telegram subscribers or majority of Telegram users, they're really people who are presenting global South and global East, yeah. And by default, they are not very wealthy. And I thought, perfect. This is my potential audience where I would love to bring this solution, just to give the poor people from the global East and global South have access to the gold products.
I always like to hear projects go-to-market strategy, well, especially in the beginning.
Yeah.
And how to pick geographies. Thank you for that, because that was a very good way of presenting it. For those that are not familiar with some of these geographies, these are emerging economies. There's a lot of extending access to the little guy, but there's a lot of value creation happening in all these countries. Also, not only on tech, not only on art or the creative side of things, but these are economies that are growing fast. So great and fantastic. Tackling into Telegram to get this gigantic distribution is an easy way to not an easy way, because I'm certain it wasn't easy, but it's a good answer to the go-to-market problem. On that, there's more that I want to hear about the choices of, Ton and Polkadot. But since we're on this topic, you look into Telegram, you see the numbers, 1 billion users, you see the numbers, over 100 million wallets, crypto wallets, fully integrated with the technology in there. Anybody that has tried to use it's a good UX, but there's a lot of noise. Everybody's trying to get some attention on Telegram. Tons, sorry for the pun, none intended, but tons of different services or different offerings or even token issuers, and not to talk about scammers and impersonators. How was it to navigate through that, to cut through the noise and get the right audience to pay attention to ZAO-H?
Okay, for the first step, we are using the AdsGram, because AdsGram, it helps us promote our brand inside the Telegram users. And then we see how they jump in on our landing page. And from our landing page, they're coming to the trading venue, either on Capital Dex or on Biconomy. And this is the way how it goes. It's why only the way you can present your case to everyone, maybe with the assistance of our today interview, people will know more. On top of that, we also make the publishing of different articles for education purposes, just explaining in plain vanilla English and plain vanilla language what does it mean the ZAO-H, what is our difference between the investing in the physical gold, what is our competitive advantage in comparison with Tether Gold and PAX, why we're different from them, what is our what is our advantage. Why we now, before it was the first step of the technical solution. Now we're coming to the second step, to the pure marketing, to convince people to come to us and trust to us. And as I said, I am already in the business in Switzerland for the last 16 years, and whole our structure is done on the Switzerland scrutiny of the law. That's why I believe by default we deserve a trust first, even deserve the first step to test with us.
My 5 cents here.
Yeah, for sure. Please go ahead.
So yeah, just two things. When we're talking about the Telegram 100 million pre-installed wallet, we're talking about non-custodial wallet. And the beauty of Telegram is that anyone who have the account already have the Web3 wallet inside this account. And if you check the NFT marketplace today, like gifts, maybe you hear about the Snoop Dogg, Papaka, Habib, whatever, they have the biggest NFT volume in the whole space. In the Ethereum, in whatever, it's the biggest NFT marketplace today happening on Telegram. But everybody not anymore hyping about the NFT, the market is going down, but the biggest marketplace today happening there. And the people, when they buy and sell this NFT inside the Telegram, they don't know that it's happening on chain and generate yield, generate fee, generate traction. So it's actually not 100 million wallets. In Telegram, we already have 1 billion wallets because your name, your account, it's already have the wallet inside this account. The second, it's about the noise. I totally agree that the noise, it's very huge in the space. But if you again check the Telegram, you're gonna be see they have top games, top, hamster, 300 million players was 300 million. You can find this number in any blockchain. But if you check the real infrastructure, the real DeFi, the stablecoin amount, the lending protocols, the oracles like Chainlink, it's missing. It's not there. And that's why we see this gap, and we're coming super fast to bring this solution for the people from another ecosystem to use normally with the Gemton, with the Herculis and tokenization asset inside the Telegram, very easy and natively for not just a ton users, but also for the all blockchains in the world.
That's perfect.
Just to show that we are existing in the real world because we are involved in the gold trading. It's part of our activity. This is one of our storage where we keep the gold. This is our headquarters, the Hercules house, but also we keep the gold in the other two storages, with Brinks and Loomis. This is two biggest transportation companies, and we also rent premises with them to keep our gold pieces there. So that's why, for the security purposes, we distribute our gold from 3 different storages. Not just have the concentration in one storage. So this is our website landing page. So if the person would love to buy the gold, he can go either click on the trading venue with Capital DEX and jump to the automated market making pool. And here he can connect his wallet and then make a swap of his USDT on gold coin. And just very simple. Just confirm the transaction on his Tonekeeper wallet or inside Telegram, depends what kind of wallet he has connected. So it shows how the process of swap is going on. So the transaction is done. So the gold went to the wallet of the customer. And the second venue is Biconomy. So this is the volume. The round volume is tradable 50,000 per day in USDT. So that's why if the person has account there, he can buy directly from the Biconomy. It's a centralized crypto exchange without any problem or complexity. So we are very transparent. For the moment, we're only minted 3.5 kilogram, just initial stage, because also we have a dramatically more bigger amount of the gold in our storage, which is prepared for the tokenization. But for us, just really, as we're at the initial stage, we're really minted the small amount to make the marketing, to make the listing, but we are ready immediately maybe to make the additional 5-6 million tokenization in the dollar equivalent of the gold pieces. And now our competitive advantage in comparison with Tether Gold and PAX, because we're really publishing what we are tokenizing. Because if you click on the, so example, on certificate photo, it shows you the piece of bar which has been tokenized. You see, this is 500 gram bar with a certificate. The Pricinox is the Swiss refinery, member of London Bullion Market Association. So this is the gold, is the top quality gold, Swiss premium gold. This is, you see, we produce the bars, 1 kilo bar with our Hercules hallmark stamp. It's written. So this is how we do the tokenization. And on top of that, each bar, each process.
Let me ask you one thing, because I'm always curious about this. How this issuance connects to the tokens?
Very simple. We can show you. You can jump back and show the Polkadot transaction. So you see 1 kilo and then the view, and it shows you how the transaction has been recorded on Polkadot, because Polkadot is on the base of the proof of stake of the concept. Polkadot verify this tokenization event, and Gemton has the stake in the Polkadot with $6 billion. And it's order to override or overwrite this transaction, you must have stake more than 6 billion. That's why it's very difficult to hack this tokenization process or change it or modify it. or adjusted. Yeah, that's why from the proof of stake concept we have such security. So this is how we go. And on top of that, you see the attestation. So again, in the attestation report, the auditor shows what particular piece of bar or bullion have been audited, identified, weighed, and measured. If you compare the audit report which is published by Tether Gold or PAX, there is nothing written about that. You have general description from the auditors. We visited something, we have seen something, but nothing concrete what kind of audit has been done and what kind of particular bars or bullion have been observed. So that's why we really show to the market and to our customers, guys, we are absolutely transparent. Each tokenization is recorded. We are showing the hash. Each gold which has been tokenized, we show the photo. And on top of that, we show the audit report, which confirms the information which we have already placed it to the public.
Let me see if I got
Yeah.
it right.
Yeah.
To the whole amount of gold that you
Yep.
have this issuance,
Yes.
each token is the equivalent to 1 gram. Thank you for showing this, because this
Yeah.
is a statement to transparency. In order for our users, if they want to check, the total amount of tokens in circulation needs to be the equivalent of the total gold that has been issued through these papers and audited.
Yes, correct. So number of the grams which have been deposited for tokenization, we prove it, should be equivalent to the number of the tokens issued to the circulation. And that's why we show these figures on our website. Look, we have 3,500 tokens. It means 3,500 gram of the pure gold with purity 99999. Yeah, 4 nines.
Perfect. And there you go. So almost 3.6 kilograms of gold in a vault protected, pegged to the tokens that are in circulation and being traded.
And on top of that, we also insure our gold. It's not only the vault, but also we purchase the insurance to cover the market value of the gold, which we keep in our storage or in storage with our third parties, with reputable third parties as Brinks and Loomis. That's why we have the double protection, not only keeping with the secured place, but also purchase the insurance if in the case of the earthquake or whatever, a natural disaster, something happens, we have an insurance coverage of the equivalent of the fair value of the gold which has been, for example, destroyed or disappeared due to natural disaster.
And since we're on this topic, okay, you touched already this, so I understand that there's additional transparency and there's easy to notice pegging of 1 gram to 1 token, plus being insured, so you're protected from force majeure for any large risks. But for those that are, for crypto users and crypto traders that have been in the market for a while, it's very known. When you mentioned Tether Gold and Pax Gold, what's the direct comparison between ZAO-H to these others, to this older projects that have been around for a while?
Direct comparison, because first of all, we're the first native token on TON. Yeah, it's different blockchain. Our transaction fee absolutely miserable in comparison with the transaction fee of Pax and Tether Gold on Ethereum, because I said in order to make the transaction on the Ethereum, you need to pay 20, 30, or sometimes $50. And the value, we absolutely have different value proposition. Our value proposition to poor people with $10 in the pocket. The value proposition of Pax and Tether Gold, they're targeting institutional investors. Tokenize only 400 ounce bars. It's 12 kilogram and 400 grams on average. And if the person would like to redeem, he needs to bring the equivalent of the, because they tokenize 1 ounce against 1 token. And for tokenization and for redemption purposes, you need to collect 400 tokens. It means the 400 ounce. And today it will be $1.5 million. So that's why these guys are making the value proposition for institutionals. In our case, we're making the value proposition for poor people, and if they would like to redeem, they need only bring the 500 XAO-H tokens, so it's 500 grams. It's only the 60,000. So you see different players and different audience and different value proposition.
Perfect. Are the vaults being audited regularly? Is there a frequency for this, like from
quarterly basic? The basis for these purposes, we're using the auditor from Switzerland, KPMG, very known brand name.
Yes.
It's why people can trust to this paper, which is signed by the local Swiss KPMG team.
Fantastic. And have I seen something about the use of oracles? Are you using Chainlink somehow?
Yeah, because initially we start working with Chainlink in 2019 because we tokenized in 2019 the first Ferrari in the world with the curioinvest.com. You can find it everything in internet. It was successful tokenization, and nobody can give us the oracles in 2019 for the Ferrari. The Chainlink was create special oracle for us, and we was tangled with the team, with the Chainlink team already. It's been 7 years. They know our team, 15 engineers behind this, and the Chainlink, it's a standard in the real-world asset tokenization today in the Web3. The all price, what you can see today in the Uniswap and different chains, normal price, it's like delivering by the Chainlink solution. And of course, for gold, for our coin, we're using this Chainlink, and we also working directly with the Chainlink team to delivering the Chainlink to the Telegram, because actually in Telegram today, you don't have the Chainlink oracles. Basically, you can say that our gold, it's a first in Telegram with what have the Chainlink oracle inside the Ton ecosystem. But of course, we also coming from Polkadot, and the Polkadot have really strong relationship with the Chainlink. But anyway, they don't have this oracle for the gold, and we also present the Chainlink oracle for Polkadot.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah. So we started the real task tokenization in 2018. It was article about us 2 years ago in Cointelegraph, and it's called the Curio Chain. So it was delivering Kusama, what is the test network for Polkadot, more than 3 years ago. And we have the CGT. So the Gemton don't have the any coin inside. It's a liquid staking protocol between the Polkadot and the Telegram. And you can stake your DOT or stake your TON and become the coin.
Let's shift gears a little bit to the technical side of things, because Gemton might not be so popular to our Biconomy traders, and I want us to understand all the advantages that made you choose this layer 2 protocol that unites Polkadot and Ton. The advantages, the economical, the fees, safe security. What's the security of the protocol of this choice, and why it was the best fit for Hercules?
From my understanding, from my primitive understanding, the minting the coin on Gemton gives me privilege to have the native token on Ton or Polkadot. And for final users, it doesn't matter which protocol was used to mint the token, because tokens are native either on Ton or on Polkadot, depending on our wish, which kind of blockchain we are going to feed up with new projects. But from the technical perspective, for more sophisticated guys, from the guys who would like to look deeply on the technical details, yes, so I think, Vladimir, we can give more details about the backside of the Gemton, which is not usable, it's not visible by ordinary people.
Yeah, and usually people are scared of bridges, and whenever we're tackling the same token in different blockchains, if there's any risk of double spending.
So the Gemton solution, what is covering the minting and burning the process of the XAO gold, it's secure by the parachain, by the Polkadot ecosystem, what is secure by the 6 billion around TVL, and to hack basically, or let's say make the 51% attack or something like that, the cost of attack gonna be incredible big for you, and it's not give you the guarantee actually that you're gonna be make the double spending attack on this. So we don't use the bridges. Our solution, the Gemton solution, it's integration node in node. So we integrate the node inside the Polkadot from Telegram. So the Telegram node, it's existing in Polkadot, and the Polkadot node existing in the Telegram node. So of course, for the sum of the people who using, let's say, Wormhole or Ethereum bridge to Ton, what is open right now, let's say the Tether use this bridge, we give the opportunity to doing this. But if something happening with the bridge is not going to be affected to our security layer and the minting and burning process of the Gemton, it's going to be the problem of the customer who is using this Wormhole or any, let's say, not so sustainable or Web3 solution. We give the opportunity for business developer, for entertainment, for big B2B deals to using the on-chain solution with these bridges. So we don't use the bridge for ourselves. But of course, the customer have this opportunity in when anybody use the different bridge, they need to take this risk, but it's not our risk. So we secure from this risk. And you can see the Gemton network, the website. This is the landing page. You can see to find all features what we have. Again, we don't have any coin, only our old coin from Kusama, from Ethereum, from our initial company called CurioInvest.com, and you can use this in the Gemton, but the Gemton it's not have any coin, it's have only liquid staking protocol, so it's like stake Ether. But in Gemton, you can stake DOT or you can stake TON, and this TVL is growing. We have a collaboration with different community like Gidration, Ton Foundation, Parity, Web3 Foundation, and so on. And it's right now in process. So what you can see, you can find everything on Gemton network. This is how it looks in the Polkadot, in Polkadot.gs. You can find this in another protocols, what is already have like hundreds of millions of dollars. This is how the looks the Telegram mini application. You can open this in your Telegram wallet, or you can open in Polkadot, or you can open it with MetaMask, or you can open it with different wallets. So this is the staking. You can swap. So you can find a lot of DeFi tools. We're gonna be show you today what is not online. So this is actually the tool from the Telegram, and you can open it in Telegram mini application in the Gemton or in Telegram directly to swap the XAU Gold. It's everything online, and you can use it both side or whatever you want to do. Yeah, let's finish the transaction till you can see that's everything there. And we also in progress to delivering not just to Telegram users, but also for Polkadot users, the XAUH. And the first collaboration what we expecting on Polkadot site is going to be Gidration, the website. So it's the biggest liquidity pool in the Polkadot today. It's hundreds of millions of dollars, and they have today the Paxos Gold and the Tether Gold around $10 million. So we're going to be ask them. It's a DAO because they need to make the voting for that. We're going to be asking them to replace the bridge it with the Ethereum from Ethereum assets, Tether Gold to our gold, what is natively minting and very inside the Polkadot, what is totally no make sense if we have the gold, what is initiating, starting on your chain to using the bridged asset from Ethereum or from another chain. So this is our friends inside the Polkadot. It's many more, but in Ton, what the Nikolai talking before, we have the collaboration potential discussion right now, let's say with the StoneFi. It's the biggest DEX. So this is the StoneFi, the biggest DEX in Telegram. We, let's say, preparing for them right now the deal, and we show in 2 weeks them what they're expecting from us, and then potentially you can find the XAU there. Is everything gonna be good? And also you can find the Yeva protocol. The Yeva protocol, it's a first landing protocol in the Telegram open network, and we're gonna be proposed to use the XAU Gold inside the collateralization because they don't have it, and we bring them the gold like a collateralization for their pools, for the lending protocol natively in Telegram again, because you can think about XAU Gold like native coin for Telegram and for Polkadot.
Out of curiosity, with all this, am I now able to gift gold to another Telegram user? Let's say I have a friend the other side of the world.
Absolutely. You can do it via just sending your gold coin inside the Telegram, just like normal USDT or whatever Bitcoin. Just choose your recipient, put the number of the coins you want to transfer, click, pay the transaction fee, and that's all.
Just ensure that whoever's getting it has their wallet activated. But yeah, that's a good thing for Biconomy users that might have XAUH, might be holding XAUH, and they say, oh, you're a close friend of mine, I'm going to send you 1 gram or something for you to start trying it out. And they can move through this.
And as Vladimir said, by default, each Telegram user has a wallet. And then it's only the desire of the Telegram user just activate this wallet and then have the address. And the person from Biconomy make the transfer from Biconomy address to Telegram user address with several cents.
Perfect.
It's easy.
Perfect. Simple and easy. Please, Vladimir, keep going. I know that you're ready. I feel lucky that we're having the opportunity to see a lot of what's coming next or the next directions that you're pursuing. So it's very exciting.
Yeah, how it looks like in the Ton viewer. maybe Dior.
Dior is a sort of aggregator tone.
Yeah, so you can find the volume. It's some first hundreds of holders, because you need to understand the Hercules was launched really, really, like, let's say couple months ago, basically like 2 months ago. And it's very early, but it's already hundreds of users using this. Not so much, but we go into thousands, and we're using the adsgram. If you're familiar how it looks, the adsgram, so it's main tool for the any Telegram mini application, for any Telegram coin to use this. And we're running this company right now for the Telegram users. It's hundreds of thousands of views, thousands of clicks, and it's happening right now. This is how it looks like when you open your Telegram. This is how looks these ads, and we're targeting and pushing hard this to people know about us, because of course when you compare it with the Tether Gold, when you compare it with the Paxos, who is already on the market like 8 years or whatever, it's very tough for the small companies like us to do it. But we know the tricks, we know the magic, let's say, and we have much more solutions and flexibility to delivering to the customers the best solution, the best goal. So let's go in then what is happening and what is coming. One of the main thing what is coming, the people can start staking or farming or whatever you call to become some profit sharing from our site. That's what is coming. Also, it's gonna be, we announced this today publicly, the stable coin backed by the Swiss franc, where you can put like a collateralization, the XAU Gold, and issue the stable coin. But it's right now testing, and we're gonna be presented with the big event, I think, maybe on the gateway in Mai in Dubai. It's gonna be the biggest ton event, and we're gonna be present this stable coin on this gateway event, 1st and 2nd Mai. And what we can show today, it's coming in 2 weeks around online publicly. It's order books. What does it mean? You can find, maybe you hear about the hyperliquid perpetual trading or something like that. So in Telegram Open Network today is not exist any order book. I don't need to explain to you what is the difference between IMM pools and order books, but it's totally different, let's say, setup or mindset or the vision how you can trade your asset. And this is how it gonna be looks like. Potentially it's gonna be the big collaboration what is bring our order book decks to the top in Telegram. And yeah, I mean this is very important for people in DeFi in Telegram what is struggling from the infrastructure to get the professional tools like this. It's everything happening on chain. This is how it looks. So it's gonna be super easy, and the transaction is here, so you can find it. It's right now in DevNet. We're finishing right now the all tests, and we're gonna be live soon publicly to people can trade the XAU, USDT, and CGT inside these order book decks. Yeah, this is not everything what we can share, but I think it's a lot of information, and I just don't want to be over hyped.
But in any case, the dry summary, we are very innovative. We are happy to be the pioneers, what we are doing, yeah? And we are not afraid any competition, because we know because we are on 2 steps ahead from other people who would like to follow us. That's why we're developing the tone. As I said, the tone is very non-developed from the pure commercialization projects, and we are the first one who is doing it professionally, because we have the business on the online, offline. Gemton people has a big experience in online business, and the perfect combination between 2 teams create this such synergy.
Oh, that's fantastic. It's one of the best signs when we see people excited about their work. And that's a very good sign. It's not as common as we would think.
We're not just calling the Gemton because nothing. We're calling the Gemton because in 2026, from the Dr. Gavin Wood parity technology or technology, it's going to be the majority update for the Polkadot ecosystem, and it's going to be called Gem. So from the beginning, from the first day, we're already in test network. We're already producing the first application inside the Gem. Potentially live, the first application in test network, you're going to be see this summer 2026. And the mainnet live, it's going to be till end of 2026. That's what we're expecting. But you can find this is the totally innovative, like huge update for the all blockchain ecosystem. So the all blockchains like Coin, Sui, Aptos, L2 for Ethereum, Bitcoin, whatever, they never have this blockchain type, what is developing right now called GEM. It's a joint accumulative machine. And what does it mean basically in 1 minute short way? It's a RISC-V processor. So it's a RISC-V decentralized processor that how there was Ethereum launch, if you remember 10 years ago, they're telling this decentralized computer. But if you're talking today and see the Ethereum, it's not decentralized computer. You have huge amount of gas fee, you have staking, you have really small blocks, and it's not working like a decentralized computer. If it's working like decentralized computer, it's the first computer in the world 50 years ago. So the gem is going to be the really last computer what you can buy today on the market. It's real RISC-V processor when you can execute the Windows, Linux, any game, everything, but it's decentralized. And it's give you the huge opportunity to build anything, and that's why we call the Gemton. And the Hercules Gold is going to be the first real asset, I believe, in the world, what is going to be there in the gem itself. And we're pushing hard to become the official support from Polkadot Foundation, and you're going to be see, and please watch us, use Biconomy and BikeSAO. Also, the one of the things what is going to be for the XAO holders, we're going to be make some airdrop in Telegram for the first buyers. We're not going to be share how it going to be looks like, but it's going to be something with the NFT, with the gifts, with the sticker packs, what you can in the future become only if you're holding the XAO Gold and only in Telegram.
Fantastic. This is becoming a very juicy episode with a lot of launches and news. Biconomy users are hearing first a lot from all this. Vladimir, thank you for sharing all this. But I want to shift back to the state of the market and what 2026 is looking for you guys, because a lot of discussion is going about crypto markets used to have or still have a 4-year cycle that's connected to either Bitcoin halvings or global geopolitics. But we are now past what was supposed to be the top of the bullish cycle, and it's still moving. There's still a lot happening. We can see the macroeconomics are playing a heavier role, a larger role when it comes to crypto markets, which is probably a good sign of adoption and going mainstream. And RWAs are one of the hottest topics at the same time that we see huge gold market capitalization. So you guys are right there. How are you feeling? What are you seeing with the current market cycle? What are the plans for this year? Any specific challenges? And what, from your perspective, what's making, if not RWAs, but tokenized gold so special at this moment in the market?
Okay, first of all, gold is not really related to the crypto market. We produce the sort of proxy on the real gold, which we keep in our storages, but the really gold price is driven by pure macroeconomics laws, supply and demand, and supply is very limited and demand is very high. On top of that, it's the speculation momentum and also the geopolitical risk. That's why we are very optimistic looking in this 2026, achieve the 5,000 per ounce, and then I think in 2027, February or March, we'll achieve 6,000 per ounce. So that's why our future is very bright, taking into account the upcoming the gold price appreciation. This is what we would like to say. Concerning the 2026 year, we see that the tokenization becomes in really fashion term. Everyone starts talking about tokenization. We can see how the big players, BlackRock, JP Morgan, are coming to this arena with tokenization of their securities and proposing to trade securities or deposits, place the deposits via tokens. So they come into the tokenization of the money market solutions. Also, so there are some instruments which are proposing tokenizing the art. It's also part of the game. Maybe later we would love to join also, as we also have the storage for art, and we keep art. The paintings for us will be the next logical step to propose the tokenization of the art which we keep in our storages, and propose to have the same fragmentation ownership and let the poor people with small amounts in their pockets to purchase the art and participate in the art price of appreciation also. And the next step also, we're thinking about the silver just make the tokenization of the silver coins, because silver is really gold for poor people. And now we see how the silver achieved $100 per ounce, and this will be very critical for American fiat system. If the people don't believe anymore in the dollar and they start believing something more tangible in their hands, was the first idea what they're thinking is about gold or silver. Gold becomes very expensive, silver still affordable, and for us next project will be tokenization of the silver.
Yeah, makes total sense. Silver usually follows gold. That's very true. Any final takeaways for Biconomy users when they think about ZAO H?
Our message very simple, guys. You have a chance to invest your money, save the purchasing power of your money. You have instruments to receive additional profit on your investments in real gold, either via profit sharing with capital decks or placing on deposit with the Biconomy, or later to receive a credit and spend your money via crypto debit card. So come to us, be on safe side, take care about your money, invest your money very smart.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a good takeaway. It was great to hear more from the origins of Hercules, personal journeys, technical architecture of Gemton. I think that was priceless. And of course, all the opportunities for tokenized gold. Dear Biconomy friends, please follow the links in the description to learn more about ZAO H. Nikolai, Fabrice, Vladimir, thank you for joining me. I hope our audience now has a deeper understanding of how RWAs, especially like gold, are being reinvented in this digital age. We'll keep talking. We'll stay in touch. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Brenna.